Hello, folks, and welcome to another episode of Minecraft the Hard Way. I'm your host, KirinDave, and I'm on the roof. So I have managed to figure out how to tame these boots and make them work for me. Specifically, you'll look here and you'll see they have Slow Fall 3, Haste 3, Protection 4, and Soulbound 1. So last time I was having trouble because I couldn't make them work with the Osmotic Enchanter, and they just don't work with the Osmotic Enchanter. Nothing I can do can make them work. So what I did instead was enchant a bunch of boots. Why don't I show you the process right now? So what I did was I grabbed a pair of boots. You can still see a few in here. We'll grab one of these weak ones, and we'll pull it up. And this pair of boots will show up here, and I'll show you what I did. So basically, I enchant them, and I use them as sort of a proxy, because the boots that I'm wearing, the Ender boots, do in fact work in the regular just table, like the regular steps. So let's just see if we can do this. We'll add fire protection to these boots. So just, you know, pretty much anything works. And let's get fire protection 4. Yeah, sure, why not, right? And we just go ahead and enchant it. It won't take long. And there we go, we have fire protection 4. Now, sorry Anna, there is an open pit there. It's no big deal, it's just an open pit. I placed down here in kind of my working space a auto disenchanter from Mine Factory Reloaded. You put a bunch of books in and you put an object up top and it does a little bit of work, like so, and then it finishes, basically spits out a book with the enchantment on and probably the item destroyed, or at least taking significant damage. There we are. So now we have a book of enchantment, Fire Protection 4, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Not the most useful enchantment because fire is in general pretty easy to ward against, but I'll show you here. Let's go ahead and pull this off and pay no attention to my inventory. You can see I've been prepping for stuff. Did a live stream where I tried prepping it. Now look, I can actually get fire protection on this. Now it says I can't, right? Because, well, maybe if I get a little bit more experience, I could. Why don't we just hop over and grab a little bit more experience and see if we can actually get fire protection and protection on the same thing? Because the regular table, the Osmotic Enchanter, I should say, is by far anything but regular, refuses to do that. So let me go ahead and grab some levels, and then we'll see how this goes. Ah, the XP shower. I've spent so much time here. Probably should turn off my Coin of Fortune. There we are, 19 levels, put that back down. Now, while we're going over, I also made a bunch more, a little bit fast, a bunch more Endarium tools. So you can see I have the axe, I have the Gelid Endarium pickaxe. To be honest, I regret making the pickaxe. In fact, it's kind of terrible, and I'm going to replace it with something else. The Gelid Endarium pickaxe's special ability is just a buggy piece of garbage, so I wouldn't recommend using it, but I can show you what it is if you really want to see, but it's so terrible, it's kind of comical. Let's go ahead, oh wait, I already have it. What am I doing down here? Let's go over to the anvil with our 19 levels and see if we can actually get 2 of these pieces on, because it would be kind of cool to have both. So, enchanted book. Oh, gotta actually pull it off of our inventory first. Enchanted book, and these things, and no, so you can't get it like this, but you can see that it does pull through. I could waste the levels and still do it, but we can't stack different protection types, but you can see that we could, in principle, put anything we want on there, and it does work. So these boots are now pretty much as good as any other boots I have, except that they're not leather, and they let me do the gravity flip, which is kind of useful in some cases. And, you know, they automatically regenerate any damage taken using my mana, which is so massive now as a mana pool that it really doesn't matter anymore. Let's go ahead and toss away that book, and let's get to the next thing I've been working on. So I made Tesseracts because I can make Endarium now. It wasn't too hard, but you'll also notice a node shining over here because I'm wearing my Thaumcraft gear. Over here, I put down a node dynamo and this aura node. And the system's doing pretty well. So what I'm actually going to do is make a few more of these. I'll show you how you make them. I did some on stream, so I'll put a stream highlight up where I made those. When I say stream, by the way, I mean my Twitch stream, which if you can catch it, I don't have a set schedule, but if you can catch it, people say it's fun. So you can see here that we have basically a pretty straightforward thing, but we need a bunch of thaumium. I'm going to go and make a few more of these node dynamos because this one bright node that we made in the other episode, this one bright node can actually sustain this dynamo no problem whatsoever. It doesn't even notice. You'll occasionally see Potentia go through there and not. So I think that maybe what we'll do is we've had a good run with Lying's power just to kind of transition us, but we're going to transition from Witch power to Archmage power. And both are good. Both are good. I don't want to, you know, take it, but this is Lying's build, right? This is not my build. And ultimately, I would like to use my build. I've also built a whole bunch of conduits. You can see here, and I'll make some more in just a sec. Redstone energy conduits. And I should probably fill a bunch more of those. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. And you can see you're going to probably figure out what we're going to be making next. But we're going to first, we'll make some energy conduit. We just need a little bit of empty redstone energy conduit, which is straightforward to make. We just have to make sure to tell this to not use fused quartz, but rather to use hardened glass. And I don't know, let's just summon, maybe 18 more. We're missing some electrum, so we'll have to make some more of that. We actually do have a fair amount of electrum blend, so we're going to go ahead and grab the rest of that, and we'll toss that in the smelter. We really should automate the production of these, but I would kind of like to wait until the next part of the build. So we're going to wait till the next part of the build, but I'm going to quickly go through with the other conduit, and we are going to first fill up this group, and then we're going to replace the main conduit, because the other thing you may have noticed is that this is now a resonant energy cell, which is great because we're going to need a resonant energy cell pretty soon. Let me just go ahead and fill these over here in the redstone filler. So you can see we have these 18. They're not filled. They have to be filled. And this will basically drop them into our system straight away. And of course, we're going to continue to destabilize more redstone. Haven't done anything with the energized glowstone, but I may just use that for lighting, because that, along with Nitor, looks pretty slick, I think. And let's, of course, toss in this. This is not the... We'll do it over here, I guess. Oop. I'm a little fast again. This isn't even with the haste sigil, so I'm up to my old speed, because I can actually go a little bit faster, because I can use the Ars Magica boots. I can end up just slightly faster than before, whereas before if I used the Ars Magica speed boost thing, run speed bonus, then it was just out of control. Oh, but before I do my next thing, which is I think I'm going to make the node dynamos really fast off camera. I'll just kind of set those up. I need to make some thaumium. Check this out. This is the power of the Gelid Endarium Axe. So for one, I gave it the enchantment Flaming Touch, which means it's basically instantaneous on chopping down any sort of wood. Let's just run over here and take out one of these trees, and you'll see what I'm talking about, right? Turn this on, and we basically cut through any sort of wood really, really fast. Like, it doesn't matter what it is, it just goes away instantly. Like, there's barely even time for it to register. What you're seeing is the lag more than anything else, right? Now, of course, that's cool, but what's the other power? Right click? Massive thunder. So you thought we were getting rid of the thunder? Nope. Nope, we got even more. I'm tempted to burn down that tree over there with this, although that would be pretty hard on the server, so I'll do it after we're done. Yeah, we're good. So let me go ahead and make, let me see about making those node dynamos off camera really fast, and then we'll turn off some of our existing dynamos. And the node dynamos should be a lot better, right? Because they're going to keep running at max speed pretty much forever and do what they need to do. Pretty awesome things. One moment while I get that done. All right, folks, well, I've made some progress upstairs and down here, but I wanted to start down here. You can see here force nuggets flying, or maybe gold nuggets? No, they're force nuggets, flying through the system and over to here. This system is attempting to fill up this quantum jar, which I still had left over from upstairs, with a large supply of Precantatio. It's doing a pretty good job of it by crafting automatically crafted force ingots. I just have a ton of force gems lying around, so it's pretty easy to do. Eventually they'll run out, but that's fine. We'll work out something. We're going to have a lot of this. Now, this crafting pipe over here actually says put in iron and get thaumium. So this system's a lot like our Nitor crafting system, only, a little bit simplified because I've learned a bunch of stuff. Got an item duct here. So if we go ahead and request the production of, say, let's just say, maybe 1 thaumium, no problem. We'll get the 4 that we have in storage, but you can see the crafting system's going to spit the iron in here. And this blacklists anything but, nope, there you can see it goes in, and then this begins to spit out thaumium, spits it right back there, and it's imported back in. So in a moment, we'll have 5 thaumium. So, you know, kind of perfect, exactly what we were hoping for. And now we have 5 thaumium. So I can autocraft thaumium now. Now this system's job is just to sort of back stuff, and the system's fairly efficient when it does, but fill up on a large amount of percontatio. Now I used that to make a lot of the pieces I needed, because I basically now just can order up thaumium really fast for 2 more node dynamos. Now I think this is probably the limit. Well, I'll start draining the node. Maybe that's okay if we use lying same system. Maybe we can work out a way to inhibit some of them progressively, like the old system. But yeah, for now, we just have 3. So this is basically 3 engines running nonstop. And it does a pretty good job. The node pretty much handles it, although you can see that there's points drained a lot. The Ignis drains a lot. And the Ignis is a much better aspect than the Order of the Aqua for the node dynamo, so that's why it uses it first. But that's pretty cool, because now we have basically a lot of power constantly being dumped in onto these high capacity conduits. So yeah, this system should have no problem sustaining a lot of power, really quite a bit actually. So what we're going to do first is plonk down a tesseract, and we, you know, go ahead and can right click it. Let's just get an open slot. And wow, you could see all these amazing, hey, hope we're not spoiling too much, but we're going to call this Dave's Powerful Power. Power. Right, and we're of course going to make it private, although I don't think that, you know, will make this new thing. And we'll call this, I don't know, 99? 99. So there we go, Tesseract online. This is always on, and it receives items, does not receive any fluid, and only sends energy. And then of course we'll make this thing's output on the top. So there, now we have a Tesseract sending power and receiving items. For what that means is that it's pretty trivial for us to basically dump things into the system. From here, all I have to do is run a pipe around to right here, which is easy enough to do. I'll do that in a moment. But what we're going to do with it and its mate over here is we're going to build an ender quarry. Now, I'm going to be doing this to get a lot more Certus quartz so I can convert my existing system. The ender quarry is non-trivial to build. We need a bunch of ender-infused obsidian. This is really easy to do, so let's, I don't know, order up, I don't know, 20 of these, 20 of this recipe. So that's trivial to make, but the bigger question is how are we going to build some of these other things? We got ender cores, which needs magical wood and eyes of ender. The magical wood is actually kind of a pain to make. Or is it? We did just make a system that can rapidly spam out low-level magical books. So that's precisely what I'm going to go do. Now, we do have some books in here, most of which are sort of useless, so I will go ahead and pull those out as well to save me time, but I need to make some of these ender cores, and to make those, I think I need, I don't need any more for this one over here, but I do need it for this stuff, so let's go ahead and make this ender stuff, which by the way, this stuff looks super cool. I don't know if you've seen this stuff, but just check this out. It just, ooh. Look at that. I mean, I should use this as a building material. That's how cool it looks. And it actually takes a long time. It's quite a bit more durable than obsidian. So for this thing to cut through it that fast it's pretty impressive, because even obsidian doesn't take that long. So now we got a whole bunch of that. Let me go ahead and cook up. I also need to make endothermic pumps, which mostly just involves getting water buckets. Let me go ahead and cook these pieces up. And I'll be back in a second once I have everything I need. So specifically, I'm going to go and make some magical books, or magical wood, by just going and grabbing some boots out of the system, and then we'll use, see, I've already got 3 of them. And we'll go ahead and use these to produce a large sum of books. Specifically, I need, you know, how many? 4 magical wood. Each magical wood is, so I need, that's annoying. So many books to make. I need 2 ender cores, and each one of those is 4, 8, 16 magical books. Okay. Okay. I can do it. That's annoying. It's for science. Stand by.